Welcome to the Texas Wine Scene Podcast, the most up-to-date information to help you prepare for your wine tasting weekend. I'm Mike, your Texas Wine Scene correspondent, bringing you all the wine happenings in and around the great state of Texas, from the high plains to the hill country. If you love Texas wine, you've come to the right place. Let's take a trip. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on the Texas Wine Scene Podcast. I'm your host, your Texas Wine Scene correspondent, Mike Cole, bringing you all the wine happenings in and around the great state of Texas. If you are subscribed to the podcast, thank you so much for returning and tuning in to this week's episode. And if you are new to the podcast, thank you for stopping by to check us out. We are an information-based podcast supporting and sharing wine events, tastings, and industry news from around the great state of Texas. So I hope you enjoy the content, and if you do, please consider subscribing and sharing the podcast with all your wine-loving friends. It helps to continue to spread the word about the podcast and keeps everyone informed about current wine-related events. Also, please follow me on my socials at Texas Wine Scene on Instagram and Texas Wine Scene on Facebook, where you will see all the posts about upcoming events for the weekend. Let's get into the Texas Wine Scene news. In a recent press release in The Advisor, the Hill Country Wine Academy, established by William Chris Wine Company, has announced it has added 5 new courses to its 2024 class schedule. The new core courses will serve as a lighter educational commitment for someone who cannot fit a day-long class into their schedule. The new courses will cover 5 key concepts to understand wine and build a strong foundation. These courses include a Wine and Bites workshop, Hold or Fold'em, which is determining the ageability, Local to Global Tasting Workshop, a Texas versus other regions tasting and discussion, Vino Vernacular, Wine Vocabulary, and Harvest Insider, Viticulture and Vinification. For more information on the Hill Country Wine Academy and to register for upcoming classes, visit their website at hcwineacademy.com. Congratulations to all the Newsom Viticultural Scholarship recipients that were awarded during the annual Newsom Grape Day held on April 26th. The Newsom Viticultural Scholarship is awarded to students who demonstrate the qualities of commitment to and passion for the growing Texas wine industry. Established by the Texas Wine and Grape Growers Association in 2012, the Newsom Viticultural Scholarship is funded by donations to the Texas Wine Foundation. The 2024 recipients are Sammy Lamb of the Institute of Masters of Wine, Danny Hillen, Texas A&M University, Michael Cook, Texas A&M University, Amanda Miller, Texas Tech University, Jeff Bain, also of Texas Tech University, Holly Ollis of Texas Tech University, Delaney Dyer, the University of Texas at Austin, and Grace Schubert from Texas Tech University. Congratulations to all recipients. And that's your Texas Wine Scene news. This week, we complete our series on the 8 AVAs, or American Viticultural Areas, established in the state of Texas with the Bell Mountain AVA. The Bell Mountain AVA, which is located in Gillespie County, was the first AVA filed in the state of Texas and was established in 1986. As the smallest AVA in Texas, the Bell Mountain AVA is a sub-AVA or nested AVA of the larger Texas Hill Country AVA and only covers 3,200 acres of land, of which 70 acres is planted to grapevines. The climate of Bell Mountain is considered to be humid subtropical with temperature fluctuations and light clay sandy loam soils that are substantial contributors to the quality of Vitis vinifera grape growing this area is known for. The mountain itself rises to about 2,000 feet, bringing a cooling effect to the vineyards during the daylight hours and even more so at night. The Bordeaux varieties such as Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, Malbec has proven to be successful in this area as well as Tempranillo, Syrah, and Mourvedre. Well, I hope this mini-series on Texas AVAs has shed some light on the various regions that are producing some world-class wines. I also hope you are excited and inspired to get out on the Texas wine trails and visit some of these remarkable grape growing areas. Seek, sip, and savor Texas wine. Before we get into the events for the weekend, let's check the weather. The weather for the weekend in the High Plains wine growing region will have high temperatures of 76 degrees with low temperatures of 47 degrees. The North Texas wine growing region will have high temperatures of 78 degrees with low temperatures of 58 degrees. The West Texas wine growing region will have high temperatures of 81 degrees with low temperatures of 50 degrees. The Texas Hill Country wine growing region will have high temperatures of 78 degrees with low temperatures of 58 degrees. And the Gulf Coast wine growing region will have high temperatures of 81 degrees with low temperatures of 67 degrees. Join Saviana Winery in Cedar Hill for their wine and wax candle making event on Saturday, May 4th from 3 to 6 p.m. Saviana is participating with Candles to Lit to offer an illuminating journey of creativity, self-expression, and wine indulgence. So grab your friends and join them for an ultimate candle making experience. All materials will be provided, and wine will be offered for sale by the glass, flight, or bottle. For more information on this event, visit their website at savianawinery.com. Head on now to Bending Branch Winery on Saturday, May 4th from 2 to 6 p.m. for their 12th annual Derby Extravaganza. Join them as they celebrate the Young's family Kentucky roots with a fun-filled afternoon at the beautiful Bending Branch Estate with live music, food, wine, hats, horses, and mint juleps. A portion of the ticket sales and all silent auction proceeds will be donated to the Boys and Girls Club of Comfort. Your ticket purchase includes live music from Shane Stumpf, barbecue meals from Rudy's, and a drink ticket for a mint julep or glass of wine. For more information, visit their website at bendingbranchwinery.com. The Wine and Food Foundation is having one of their biggest events of the season with their Toast of Texas event on Sunday, May 5th from 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. They have a new and exciting location for this year's event, which will be held at the Springdale Station in Austin. Once an iconic train station, Springdale Station is now Austin's go-to urban event venue, known for its abundant indoor and outdoor space, ample parking, and stunning historic views. Your ticket purchase includes wine samples from 25 wineries serving over 120 wines, Texas barbecue, paella, a wine toss, and a silent auction. For more information on this event, visit their website at winefoodfoundation.org. The North Texas Wine Trail started this month. From May 1st to June 2nd, raise a glass to springtime in North Texas while you sip and savor your way through the beautiful North Texas wine country while tasting wines from 35 different wineries, which include 3 tastes of wine at each winery. What better way to welcome in the season than tasting wine on the North Texas Wine Trail adventure? Participating wineries include 4 Hour Ranch Vineyards and Winery in Munster, 4 Hour Ranch Winery in McKinney, Arcade Winery and Vineyard in St. Joe, Bingham Winery in Grapevine, Bingham Family Vineyards in Roanoke, Blue Ostrich Winery and Vineyard in St. Joe as well, Casara Winery and Vineyard in Ovilla, Canyon River Winery in Plano, Cedar Hollow Winery in Farmersville, Checkered Pass Winery in Dallas, Coulee Bay Winery in Van Alstyne, DeShane Cellars in Gainesville, Eden Hill Winery and Vineyard in Salina, Eden Hill Winery at the Dallas Farmers Market, Edge of the Lake Vineyard in Valley View, Firelight Vineyards in Valley View as well, Fortunato Winery in Providence Village, Landon Winery in Denison, and Landon Winery in Grapevine. For more information and passport purchases, visit NorthTexasWine.com. Head on out to historic downtown McKinney on Saturday, May 4th from 12 to 6:30 p.m. for their Derby Dash Wine Walk. Sip wine, shop boutiques while celebrating 150 years of the greatest 2 minutes in all of sports. Dress up in your most flamboyant hats and colorful bow ties while basking in the festivities of fashion and fun. Shop at local boutiques, stroll with your friends, and enjoy delicious wine curated by the Lone Star Wine Company. This is the perfect event for wine enthusiasts, fashion aficionados, and social butterflies. Your general ticket purchase includes a souvenir wine glass, Derby Dash passport with 12 tastes of Lone Star wines. Get your Derby Dash passport stamped with each taste and bring your completed passport to the winner's circle at Lone Star Winery for a bonus taste of wine and wine discounts. Elevate your ticket to the VIP admission and receive 3 extra wine tastes, flexible all-day check-in, VIP check-in tent access, and a nifty wine glass holder. For more information on this event, visit LoneStarWineCellars.com. Texarkana will be enthusiastically awaiting your arrival at their twice as fine Texarkana Wine Festival on Saturday, May 4th from 11 to 7 p.m. Wineries across the state of Texas, numerous merchants, and local businesses will give visitors an opportunity to taste and purchase wines and gourmet treats all in one location. Great music, artisan crafts, and food tastings are always twice as fine when there's wine. For more information on this event, visit their website at TexarkanaWineFestival.com. And the biggest event of the weekend is happening at Carter Creek Winery and Resort in Johnson City. It's the 2024 Texas Wine Auction event on Saturday, May 4th from 6 to 11:30 p.m. The event lineup for the evening includes a welcome reception, dinner, silent auction, a live auction, and a live DJ. This will be a fun evening supporting a great cause and one you don't want to miss. For more information on this event, visit TexasWineAuction.com. And those are your wine events for the weekend. But if you can't make it out to this weekend's events, here are a few events for next weekend. Head on out to Lindale, Texas for their Spring Piney Woods Wine Festival on Friday and Saturday, May 10th and May 11th from 11 to 7 p.m. This event will take place at the Pickers Pavilion at Blackberry Square in the heart of Lindale, Texas. Sip on a variety of exquisite East Texas wines and enjoy the charming ambiance of Pickers Pavilion while listening to live music, great food, and one-of-a-kind shopping. From bold reds to crisp whites, there's something to please every palate. Don't miss out on this opportunity to indulge in the finest wines and sip while you shop. VIP experience includes entry for both days of the festival, 30-minute advance entry each day of the festival, a VIP lanyard, a 6-bottle wine tote, and a tasting glass. For more information on this event, visit their website at visitlindale.com. It's time to wind down and whiskey up, y'all. Head on up to Huntsville, Texas for this doubly fun wine and whiskey event on Saturday, May 11th from 4 to 8 p.m. Enjoy local wineries and distilleries hosted by locally owned and artisanally participating downtown merchants. Stroll through charming and historic downtown Huntsville while sampling tastings from local wineries, meaderies, and distilleries. This is the 13th year that downtown Huntsville has opened its doors for this unique event. For more information on this event, visit HuntsvilleDBA.com. The Bluebonnet Tasting Room in Tomball, Texas is having their Bluebonnet Wine Market event on May 11th from 12 to 4 p.m. Attendees of this event will be able to discover the finest Texas wines from the renowned wineries of the Texas Hill Country. So come on out to this unforgettable event where you'll have the opportunity to meet the talented winemakers behind these exceptional wines and taste and purchase 30 different wines that are not readily available in the Houston area. Don't miss out on this unique chance to indulge in the flavors of Texas. For more information on this event, visit bluebonnettomball.com. Up next, your music lineup for the weekend. The Whistling Duck Winery in Weimar, Texas get the music lineup started this weekend with Victor Rodriguez on stage Friday, May 3rd from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. and Eric Woodring on Saturday, May 4th from 2 to 5 p.m. The Texas Wine Collective in Fredericksburg will have Nick Austin on stage Saturday, May 4th from 1 to 5 p.m. Fiesta Winery on 290 will let Steve Feinstein join the party on Saturday, May 4th from 3 to 6 p.m. Fiesta Winery at the Bend location will host John Arthur Martinez on stage Saturday, May 4th from 12 to 4 p.m. Texas Heritage Vineyards in Fredericksburg will let Brian Maldonado provide the musical tunes on Friday, May 3rd from 2 to 4 p.m. and Shaney on Sunday, May 5th from 2 to 4 p.m. as well. Arch Ray Winery in Fredericksburg has a great music lineup for the weekend, starting with Hayden Whittington on Friday, May 3rd from 5 to 8 p.m. Two's Company and Three's a Crowd will take the musical baton and grace the stage on Saturday, May 4th from 3 to 6 p.m. and Abe Mack will take the stage on Sunday, May 5th from 12 to 3 p.m. Bending Branch Winery in Comfort will have Lee Beauchamp on stage Sunday, May 5th from 2 to 5 p.m. Blue Lotus Winery in Seguin will let Ryan Wagaspack rock the house on Saturday, May 4th from 12 to 5 p.m. Dry Carmel Creek Vineyards in New Braunfels will have Buddy Vargas on stage Saturday, May 4th from 2 to 5 p.m. Pedernales Cellars in Stonewall will let the talented Sid Grimes provide the musical tunes on Saturday, May 4th from 1 to 5 p.m. Spicewood Vineyards in Spicewood, Texas will let Jeff and Carol Moore heat things up on Saturday, May 4th from 2 to 5 p.m. Torna Locks in Burnett will have Wake Eastman on stage Saturday, May 4th from 2 to 5 p.m. Lone Star Winery in McKinney has a stellar music lineup for this weekend, beginning with Brad Merkel on stage Friday, May 3rd from 8 to 11 p.m. Kim Plato and Jason Jones will take the stage on Saturday, May 4th from 2 to 5 p.m., followed by Frank in the Middle from 8 to 11 p.m. as well. Eric Erickson will close out the set on Sunday, May 5th from 4 to 7 p.m. Blue Ostrich Winery in St. Joe will have the Brims on stage Saturday, May 4th from 1 to 5 p.m. Barons Creek Vineyards in Fredericksburg will let Jeff Wood jam out on Saturday, May 4th from 1 to 4 p.m. Lost Oak Winery in Burleson is having a Concert on the Lawn event with Susie and the Sissies on Saturday, May 4th from 6 to 9 p.m. and the Texas Road Band on Sunday, May 5th from 2 to 5 p.m. Wimberley Valley Winery in Driftwood will have the Hill Country Honeys on stage Friday, May 3rd from 4 to 7 p.m. and Danny Britt on Saturday, May 4th from 4 to 7 p.m. as well. Parmesan Wines in Dripping Springs will have Jake Waves on stage Saturday, May 4th from 2 to 5 p.m. and Alice Blue on Sunday, May 5th from 2 to 5 p.m. as well. English Newsom Cellars in Lubbock will let Junior Vasquez provide the musical tunes on Saturday, May 4th from 5 to 7 p.m. Moody Family Wines in Bullard, Texas will let Mud Wheel Music get you in the mood for a great time on Friday, May 3rd from 6 to 8:30 p.m. and Michael Jesh on Saturday, May 4th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. as well. Bernhardt Winery in Plantersville will have Lil Ed and the Choir Boys on stage Saturday, May 4th from 1 to 5 p.m. Nightbird will perform a Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks tribute on Saturday, May 4th from 7 to 9 p.m. and She-Wolf will perform a Shakira and Selena tribute on Sunday, May 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. And West Sandy Creek Winery in Richards, Texas, will close out the music lineup for the weekend with Greg Day on stage Saturday, May 4th from 4 to 7 p.m. and Todd Roth on Sunday, May 5th from 2 to 5 p.m. And that's your music lineup for the weekend. Stay tuned for Did You Know? Have you ever seen a customer walk up to the bar in a winery and say, "Do you have any sweet wines?" Or, "I only drink sweet wine"? Well, I've been to a lot of wineries and I've seen these quotes many times before. So I thought I would take a few minutes to dive deeper into the subject of sweet wines. Now, before you turn off the podcast because you don't want to hear anything about sweet wines, let's remain open-minded and learn a few things about the category of sweet wine. Whether you are a newbie in the world of wine, a seasoned wine connoisseur, or someone studying for wine certifications, sweet wines are a category that sometimes gets a bad rap and often misunderstood. Let's explore. Sweet wines are a category of wines that has a percentage of residual sugar in the wine with varying degrees. In the winemaking process, most wines are fermented to dryness, where the yeast consumes all the sugars in the grape juice, which is mainly sucrose, and converts it to alcohol. Check out episode 10 entitled Thanks to Yeast for more information on the various yeast strains and the winemaking process. If the wine is not fermented to dryness, then the wine has unfermented sugars left over in the wine. But that's too basic of an explanation for how to get sweet wines, so let's really get into it. Did you know that sweet wines can be made from many different grape varieties and by using diverse and winemaking techniques and viticultural practices? Sweet wines can be made by 1, stopping the fermentation, 2, adding a sweetening component, or 3, concentrating grape sugars. A winemaker can produce a sweet wine by stopping the fermentation while there is still sugar left in the wine by fortifying the wine with the addition of grape spirit. The grape spirit kills the yeast and stops it from fermenting the rest of the sugar. Fermentation can also be stopped by adding sulfur dioxide to the fermenting vat or barrel, which kills the yeast, once again stopping it from converting all the sugars to alcohol. Sulfur dioxide is an antioxidant and an antiseptic and is critically essential to the winemaking process. The winemaker can also stop the fermentation of the tank of wine by significantly lowering the temperature of the fermentation, causing the yeast to stop fermenting the sugars and ultimately resulting in a sweet wine. A winemaker can also add unfermented grape juice to an already dry wine before bottling to produce a sweet wine. This unfermented grape juice is called a Sous Reserve. The same result making a sweet wine can be achieved by adding rectified concentrated grape juice to a finished dry wine before bottling. Those are a few winemaking or vinification techniques used to make sweet wines. But what about some viticultural techniques used to make sweet wines? In the vineyard, the grape sugars can be concentrated by several different techniques. By allowing the grapes to develop a fungus on its surface called noble rot, the grapes will lose water inside the berry, which will concentrate the sugars. This process happens when the vineyards are located in areas where the climate conditions are damp and humid in the mornings, but burn off during the sunny, dry afternoons. Grapes can also be dried on the vines in a process called passeurage. During this process, the grapes will reach full ripeness and then begin to dehydrate and turn to raisins, which concentrates the grape sugars. In a similar process, instead of leaving the ripe grapes on the vine, they can be harvested and dried on straw mats in a climate that has weather that is warm and dry, further concentrating the grape sugars. And finally, grape juice sugars can be concentrated on the vine by freezing the grapes on the vine below temperatures of 30 degrees Fahrenheit, and then pressing the grapes, which will separate the concentrated grape juice from the frozen water left behind with the grape skins. This concentrated grape juice will then be fermented to make a lusciously sweet wine. So if you're seriously into food and wine pairings, regardless of if you like sweet wines or not, they deserve a seat at the table. You can't pair a bold red wine with a spicy dish because it will increase the perception of the spice. So try a chilled, off-dry, semi-sweet white wine. It will pair beautifully. And to finish out your meal, don't pair a bold red wine with dessert. Try a delicious botrytized or late harvest ice wine to pair with that rich and decadent dessert. Your taste buds will thank you. Well, that would do it for this week's episode. Thank you for joining me. I'm Mike Cole, your Texas Wine Scene correspondent, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the Texas Wine Scene. Cheers. For more in-depth information on the wineries mentioned in this episode, visit the Texas Wine Lover website at txwinelover.com or the Texas Wine Lover app. There you will be able to find a vast amount of information about Texas wineries and wine-related businesses. You can search for information such as winery hours, grape varieties, food options, pet and kid-friendly wineries, and much, much more. So visit their website at txwinelover.com. That's txwinelover.com. Also, please leave us a review and share the podcast with all your wine-loving friends. Cheers.